Let's talk toys.
What's up, all you Batman loving dudes and dudettes? ToyShiz here, and I got a really rockin' fresh look for you today. This is the brand new Mattel Batman Missions, the Joker versus Batman, plus some sort of weird, oddly cool Kenner / old school Toy Biz helicopter that comes with the pack. This started to show up at Walmart just recently in the last couple days. No one really knew that it was coming in any way, shape, or form, which is actually a kind of a fun thing from time to time. It's always nice to go to the store and find something totally random. But yes, you get these Batman mission figures. They're more of a basic type. They're not really DC Multiverse. They're a little bit in between. They do have some good articulation to them, but let's be honest, I was going straight for that new Joker helicopter. It looks amazing. Plus, you get a lot of accessories and such, and you get a Batman figure, Joker figure, so it's not too shabby. So with the Joker figure, as you can see, it's just a standard Joker man, and he's got his purple duds on. He's got an interesting face portrait to him. He almost reminds me of the Batman the Brave and the Bold. There was an episode where the Joker had a son. A little bit more deranged looking, so to speak, but still, it's not a bad looking Joker. Articulation wise, his head moves and he looks up, kind of sort of looks down. He's got some articulation in the shoulders, at the elbows, at the wrists, and swivel at the elbows. Rotation at the waist, and he crunches down. Not an ab, he doesn't actually have an ab crunch, but he kicks out, not really back. He's got knees, but nothing at the feet. It's not exactly what I would call my version of the Joker. It's not a bad figure. It's just, yeah, to be quite honest with you. Same thing kind of with the Batman. Now, this Batman does have his grays and his blues. He's got a really nice bat signal painted nicely. He's also got the bat belt going on. Nice head portrait. That looks like Batman, I have to say. Nice, and he's got sculpted details, lines along his brow. This is interesting. I believe a lot of these are repaints from previous Batman mission figures. But he does have a nice cape to him. It is a cloth material, but unfortunately he's got a big hole right in the back, and that's where his accessory actually goes. Articulation-wise, his head will rotate. Doesn't look up, doesn't really look down in any way, shape, or form. He's got rotation. He's got it single-jointed elbows, rotates there, and he's got wrist rotation, waist swivel, kicks out, has, well, knees, barely. I mean, it's there, but they're just not wanting to go, and it looks like he has some boot rotation as well. So, like the Joker, it's okay. It's not necessarily my go-to. I definitely prefer Multiverse over anything, but still not too shabby. With the Jokercopter, which, if I'm being 100% honest, that's the whole reason I got this set, because I wanted to see how it matched up with my DC Multiverse, the new Toy Biz styled Joker that they just put out. So this thing is every bit amazing as it looks. Now, first and foremost, this thing is incredibly light. There's really no weight to it at all, but it does make up for that in a lot of detail, a lot of things going on, and my personal favorite right there is the original Joker symbol. That's pretty much the reason that I bought this thing. That is the old school stickers and such that they used to put on these copters and all the old weird vehicles they did for superpowers and vans and everything else. So that is definitely very cool. There's a lot going on, like I said, and it's definitely interesting. You got a little bit of seat right there. You got some handlebars, control system. This thing spins. Now, this is actually a separate piece, but since I put it in just to test it out, I cannot remove it. It's not budging for me. It's starting to make all kinds of sounds. So just FYI, if you're going to take it, put it in, chances are you're probably never going to be able to yank it out, but the copter part works excellently. I love it. I love the smile right there. This thing rotates. You could put it up and then put it down. It's more like a gun. You just manually do it yourself. But it does have projectile weapons. First and foremost, you get this cannon, right? And that's pretty awesome. And what you do is you simply just affix it to the top, just like that. It's got a button right there. You also get these 3 missiles, and they all are the same. It's just flat green plastic. They got a little bit of a nuclear symbol, a little bit hollow on the back, but it does work pretty well. So what you do is you go ahead and stick that right into that one, And then these, while they're not projectiles at the moment, can slip right onto the sides. And just like that, they will go right into there, just like that. And that is really awesome. You got yourself a weirdo, wonky Jokercopter. Now, for the accessories for these actual figures, Joker comes with a hat, and it situates really nicely on him. And then he also comes with some goggles for the actual plane, and those can be put on pretty simply with the hat. This is a wild set. And then he just goes right onto there. Now, he is a little bit tight fitting, and because, again, you cannot really extend the legs off to the sides, you can't really sit him down in the seat perfectly. So that is a bit of a design bummer. There's really no way you're going to have to force the figure down. See, as you can see, his legs won't split, and then you can't operate the copter. And that's a terrible thing. But what you can do is aim the projectile at Batman and fire, and yeah, Batman does not go down. I'll tell you that. However, with the Batman and his accessories, you get this bat symbol, which simply just affixes to his back. It goes right through the cape. And then you got these kind of bat daggers, something like that, you know? Just these wonky old school kind of weapons. And for that, that's actually not cool. You know, you're getting like Arctic Blast Batman or something like that. But yeah, you get a Batman that basically just has these two giant weapons, and they're not a bad thing, they're not a good thing, but it is what it is. So that's a big bummer that, one, Joker can't even fit in the cockpit of his own jet. And the figures are just kind of so-so. So what you're probably saying is, well, you told me you got this thing for the Joker. Let's try the DC Multiverse, the brand new one that just came out that's meant to emulate the old 1989 Batman Toy Biz Joker. And this is exactly, specifically, why I got him, because you can actually move his legs out to the side. He does have this, but then you can kind of fold it up, and it actually works quite well. But before we do that, we can actually, and these are a little bit form-fitting, I will admit, but you can get these around his hair and down onto his face, and you can actually have yourself some goggles. Joker, like he's taking the plane out, which is really funny. When it comes to the actual hat for the Joker, it's going to situate on top of his head. So it looks funny, it looks weird, but you can kind of get him in the right pose. It looks like the old 89. It just needed to be bigger for his head. So it doesn't really fit. It fits better for the Joker that came with the set. But yeah, not a bad thing all around. And you just kind of get this Joker situated, kind of bend him at the knees a bit, slide him down, get one hand on the controls, get two, kind of relax him a little bit, and bingo bango, you got yourself an 89 Joker in this wackadoo jet, and the thing spins no problem when he's all situated. So definitely, for me, definitely worth the purchase. It's $20 at Walmart if you want. They're starting to hit now. But yeah, this alone, just for the wonkiness, just for the old Toy Biz Kenner nature of this copter, and with this new DC Multiverse Joker, I definitely say this is a win-win. Give the toys to the kids, man. You're going to go buy some of these things, give the kids, they can play with a Joker and a Batman, and you got yourself a sweet Jokercopter to go with your DC Multiverse. I definitely say that's the way to go. So, I'm curious to know what you guys think. Are you going to be after this set? Are you going to get yourself a Jokercopter? What about the DC Multiverse? Are you into the Batman missions? Comment below, let me know. Let's talk all things Mattel, Batman, the last of it. The last wave is just hitting Canada right now for DC Multiverse. And I think they're doing a bang-up job just to go out on a high note. So, I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, you got to get yourself a rockin' Jokercopter like this, especially with the old school stickers on it. You cannot top that. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.